While no one wants to think about the death of Queen Elizabeth, there is, in fact, a plan in place for when the 95-year-old monarch passes away. Previously, there was speculation about which outlet would first report the news and how Prince Charles would address the world. There's also been chatter about a funeral service and how the Queen's body will be laid to rest. After Prince Philip's death back in April, further questions were raised about what might happen when the Queen dies. Flash forward to September, and it seems that the secret plan of royal protocol has been leaked to Politico, answering many of the questions that people might have. The palace is said to be investigating the leak, but Buckingham Palace refused to comment on it. Nevertheless, it seems the world now knows what will happen the day that the Queen dies. So how will it all play out? Well, there appears to be a very specific schedule of events that will occur upon the death of the Queen. According to Politico's leak, the Prime Minister will be the first to receive the news by way of a phone call. The public will then be notified by the Press Association, and the United Kingdom's flags will be lowered to half-mast. Social media and websites affiliated with the royal family or the government will also change to mark the Queen's death. A televised speech will be given by the Prime Minister, following one by Prince Charles. The very next day, Charles will be declared king. The Accession Council will then meet at St. James's Palace, whereupon members of Parliament will take oaths of allegiance to the new king. On the second day after her death, Queen Elizabeth's body will be transported back to Buckingham Palace. The next day, the newly crowned King Charles will embark on a tour of the UK. On the fifth day after her death, the Queen's casket will be carried to Westminster Hall, where the Queen will lie in state for 3 days. According to Politico's leak, her coffin will lie on a raised box known as a catafalque in the middle of Westminster Hall, which will be open to the public for 23 hours per day. A funeral service for the Queen will be held on the 10th day after her death at Westminster Abbey. It will likely be attended by state officials from all over the world, under the coordination of the British government and the support of the armed forces. 2 minutes of nationwide silence will take place in the Queen's honor during the funeral. She will then be buried at King George VI Memorial Chapel, located at Windsor Castle. Prince Philip was temporarily buried in the royal vault beneath St. George's Chapel, but his casket will be moved to the Memorial Chapel after the Queen dies. Of course, Queen Elizabeth will leave behind a legacy that is unmatched. She is the longest reigning British monarch in history, after all. However, after she dies, Prince Charles will undoubtedly make some changes to the monarchy itself. For example, there have been rumors that Charles will attempt to slim down the institution itself. Whether or not that's true, however, remains to be seen. Reports indicate that Charles isn't telling the Queen too much about what he plans to do after she's gone, and for good reason. Royal expert Angela Levin told the outlet Tortoise he doesn't want to upset the Queen. She's used to things going on for decades, and he feels that if he starts talking about it, he is wanting her to die, which he does not. She is happy with things as they are. They have been the same for a very long time. After Charles's death, Prince William will become king, and things are expected to change even more when that happens. A source previously told Us Weekly that William is already thinking about the future of the monarchy and the changes he'll make. Specifically, the Duke of Cambridge is said to have plans to modernize certain aspects of the institution, hoping to make them more relatable to the public than previous generations.
It's about representing timeless values. I think it's very important. You've got to mix the traditional with the modern.
That's a long way in the future, of course. And William's plans will obviously hinge on whether by then there will be a monarchy at all. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite royals are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.